Hello everyone, it's Dalton here, and you're watching Video Game Finds number 95. Now this time, I've got quite a bit of good stuff here from mainly garage sales and a couple of pawn shop purchases and one pretty good lot of stuff from Goodwill, which is really cool. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first garage sale find I have here, I did not have this game yet. I thought it was really cool. To see there anyway. It was the only good game that they had, and it was they were asking $2 for it. I asked if they'd take $1, and they said sure. And that is Jack X Combat Racing, which is really cool. And that one is 100% complete. It's not in a real PS2 case, but I actually have a full complete case and manual for this game if I were to ever have found a disc only. So I'll probably just swap it out completely with that. But very cool. I thought that was cool for $1, so not a bad deal at all. Then another garage sale Tyler and I went to, we found a original PS1, which was really cool. It even has a memory card in it, which is not official, but it's still pretty cool. Very nice shape. It's got a little bit of sun fading to it on the front, but not bad. I thought that was really cool. So there's that. It also came with an aftermarket controller here, Performance brand. It's missing one of the thumbsticks. But it still works perfectly fine, which I thought was pretty cool. Especially seeing an aftermarket controller working at all anyway. That was pretty cool that it actually works with that thumbstick missing. That was pretty unique. And then it also came with an official Sony DualShock one here, which is really nice. Very nice shape as well. So that's cool. So there's that. And then it also had the TV and power cords there, which is always nice to have complete sets like that. You know, right off the bat, which is really cool. And then it came with 3 games, and these are all complete, which is really nice. The first one here is NFL Blitz 2001, Black Label, which I did not have, so I'll be hanging on to that one. And then these other 2 are Grace Hits. This one is Tekken 3, which is really nice. And then last but not least is Test Drive Off-Road, which is really cool. And I can't remember exactly, it was either $7 or $8 for that whole setup with the PS1 and everything. They were originally asking $10, and I offered them a couple bucks less, and I think they took $8 for it. I can't remember exactly. It was either $7 or $8. Either way, it was a really good price, especially with those 3 games. That was really cool. Alright, and then next we have here from another garage sale, a satin silver PS2 Slim here. Never been opened up. Also came with an official memory card, which is really nice. This is a very nice console, just a few top scratches, nothing too major. But I actually needed this because I have a box and manuals for a silver PS2 Slim. So I can go ahead and put this console in there now, which is really cool. I can complete a boxed console. It was nice, though, as well, as because it came with a really nice, hardly used controller, which almost looks brand new, to be honest. And then it came with both the power brick and the AV cords there, which is really nice. That one was, I believe they were asking $30 for that one, but I got them down to $25, which was really nice, because silver slims sometimes they're hard to find. I can't seem to find them very often, but that garage sale was really nice, so that was really cool. Alright, and then we've got another garage sale find here, and this was really exciting because, as a matter of fact, this was Tyler's old, janitor from, his middle school, and it was pretty funny. It's funny how we run into, like, teachers and stuff like that had old games and stuff. It's pretty funny. But this was actually nice to finally find some retro stuff. But what we have here is a Nintendo 64, which is in pretty nice shape. It's just got the jumper pack in it, but that's not that big a deal. I mean, yeah, it would have been cool to see a bonus expansion pack in there, but that's not the end of the world. But it came with the power cord here. It's kind of wrapped up around stuff. Hang on a second. There we go. There's the power brick, which is nice. And then it also had the official AVs to it, which is really cool. But then they also had a bonus aftermarket set of AVs in there as well, which are brand new. So I got 2 sets of AVs in there, which is really cool. It's definitely a bonus. And then it came with 2 controllers here. Unfortunately, the gray one does not work, which is kind of odd because it looks almost brand new. But the atomic purple one does work very well. So, and both have really nice joysticks on them too. So if I needed to, I could scrap the gray one if I had to for parts. So that's cool. And then there was also 2 games in here. with the bundle, and they're both very, very good games too. They're really fun to play. They sell very nicely as well. I have both of them, so that's not going to be a problem to sell them. But we have Mario Kart 64, and then we have Super Mario 64, which is a little sun-faded. But both of them have reprint labels on them, which is a little bit of a bummer. But at the same time, they're both the official game. They're both, you know, perfectly fine. They work great. So I mean, that's the only downside to them. But they both work very well. So that was not a bad thing in the end. But for that whole setup of the N64, it was only $45, which I know seems a little high for a garage sale, but they were originally asking 50. I asked if they'd take 40, but then we met at 45. So Mario Kart almost reaches like 40 alone, I think, now, which is crazy. But that's really cool. So that was definitely an awesome, you know, bundle of stuff. So that was really cool to finally find some retro stuff at a garage sale. Definitely a big bonus there. Alright, and then we got a couple of Wii games here from a Mr. Money pawn shop. Both these were $2 a piece. One of them I didn't have, the other one I do have already, so I'll keep the one I don't have, obviously. First one here is Super Mario Galaxy, which is really nice. The last video I actually picked one of these up, so that's cool. So now I have two of them, but that one was also 100% complete. Very nice shape, so that's cool. There's that one. And then the other one I did not have here is WarioWare Smooth Moves. And this one is basically brand new. It's got a really nice glossy case and everything, so it's like almost brand new. But that one's also 100% complete, very nice shape. That was definitely cool for $2. So both Wii games for $4, that's not a bad deal at all. And then from that same pawn shop, I ended up getting a couple of consoles here, which is really nice. I'll go ahead and show the less exciting one first if I can get to it. There it is. Alright, we got a fat PS2 here. And the reason I marked it is because it does not work. It has a bad controller port and a bad laser on it. And they told me that it didn't work when I bought it, so that's why I knew I was going to buy it, not knowing, you know, getting it knowing it's not going to work. But it was only $10, so I mean, I could easily replace the parts to it. I could, you know, I'm going to start doing that actually. So, because I find PS2s that don't work quite often, which is unfortunate, but I could easily take this apart, put the new parts in it, and you know, it'll be perfectly fine again. So that's definitely really cool. For only $10, I'm not going to complain. So, but it is missing the back cover on it, and it's missing the front drive cover as well. So whoever had it, they scrapped whatever they could off of it, and you know, took it to the pawn shop or something. I don't know who did that or how they did it or what, but anyways, I mean, at least it powers on stuff, so that's a good thing. So there's that. And the other one that's really cool, which I'm really excited that I got from this Mr. Money, is I already have one, so that's always, you know, it's already a good thing. It's already exciting, but it was exciting to find another one, and that is a ceramic white PS2, which is very, very nice. This one has been opened before, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it works perfectly fine. It's in very nice shape, very clean. It had a little bit of, you know, stains and stuff on it from soda or something, but I cleaned that off really nicely, and it's perfectly clean now. So, but very cool to find a white PS2, which is really cool. Unfortunately, it did not come with a matching controller. It came with this black one, but the controller also does not work. Now, keep in mind, I have a lot of these things marked because I have so much stuff over the last couple of months that I didn't want to forget what was working and what wasn't, so I had to mark a bunch of stuff. So if you see these in the videos, you'll know that I had to mark stuff ahead of time. But anyways, this controller doesn't work, unfortunately, but that's okay because I can always find extra controllers. So yeah, it was a bummer it didn't come with the actual matching white controller. That would have been really cool. But it did come with both AV and power cords, so that's really nice at least. So that console works entirely, except for the controller, but it was only $30, which is an incredible deal for a white PS2. Those usually reach about $70 or $80 easily. So that was really cool. And plus, you just don't see them, so that was really cool to find that. Definitely an awesome find for sure. Alright, and then from another pawn shop, I found a couple of slim PS2s here. Again, both of them do not work. One I won't be able to fix just because it's an entire rail system issue, which is not repairable. The teeth that move the laser back and forth have completely grinded away, so it's not a repairable piece unless you can find the entire rail system, which is very hard to find. Most likely they're just going to have to scrap another PS2, which I'm not going to do. But the other one just has a bad laser, which I can easily repair. so that's not a big deal. So both Slims, not terrible shape physically, but unfortunately both of them don't work. But there's those. One of them came with a power brick, which was nice, so that's cool. I remember originally it was missing the wall socket bit, so I ended up finding a regular wall outlet plug from Arc for $1 or something like that. So, but at least I have a full working power brick there from it. I believe those consoles were, one of them was 15 because it came with the brick, and the other one was 10. So not terrible, I guess, but again, it was unfortunate they didn't work. But then I also got a copy of Jak 2 for, I believe, $1. I can't remember exactly, but it is complete. It's just a Frankenstein because the disc is Grace Hits, but the case is Black Label, but, you know, still it's there, so that's cool. Actually, I think it was actually 50 cents. I think they had, you know, most of their games in like a bin for like 50 cents each or something. That was the only good one to grab. So, anyways, there's that one. And then we've got a fat PS2 here from the same pawn shop. And this one actually is pretty cool. It has a bunch of superhero stickers on it. This one actually did not work at first. It had a really bad drive. So I had to open it up and fix the drive because it was snapped on the inside. So I just put it back together and glued the part that was snapped, and it works perfectly fine now, which I'm excited that I fixed that at least. So it, you know, it reads games and everything now perfectly fine. Before it didn't, but that one was $15 as well because that was the problem that they had with that one. Mainly this pawn shop just had a bunch of stuff that didn't really work, I could tell you that much. But it came with both cords, AV and power cords, which is nice. And then it came with an official Sony Emerald Green controller, which was really, really cool. And then it had a bonus game inside, which I'm not going to show, you know, in an opening the console video, just because, you know, when I usually show what's inside videos, those little clips, because I already knew this game was in there before I purchased the console. But it's a Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which is pretty nice. It's a little scratched up, but it works perfectly fine. So that's at least a nice little bonus that console came with. So very cool. Alright, and then last but not least for this video, I've got a nice stack of PS2 games that I got from Goodwill. And I also came with a PS2 controller that was $2, but unfortunately that did not work. I do believe I have a way of fixing controllers. It's pretty simple. It's where the motherboard, the overlay thing, it's like a little thin piece of paper. It looks like paper. It's like that thin. It's a little motherboard chip, I guess you could say. It lays on top of the electronics in the controller. Sometimes over time that gets weak and it lifts off of the main circuitry of the controller. It's a very complicated thing to explain, but I mean, I get most of the controllers to work again. Anyways, that was only $2. Not a big deal that it doesn't work because I could probably fix it. So, but then anyway, and then I've got a stack of PS2 games here. In total, with the controller, these games were all $40, so it's not bad. A few of them I didn't have, and most of them I do have. So, anyway, first one here is 25 to Life, which is complete in very nice shape. So there's that one. Then we've got Burnout 3 Takedown, another one of those, which is really nice. And that one is also complete. Very cool. Then we've got 2 copies of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. One of them, I believe, is just the disc. Yes, there's that one. And then the other one is 100% complete with the map and manual, which is really cool. So there's those. Then I've got a Grace Hits copy of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is missing the manual and map, but it's still there, so that's cool. Then we've got a Hot Wheels World Race, which is pretty cool. That one is missing the manual as well. Then we've got the first Jak and Daxter. I believe it's also missing the manual, yes. Then we've got Jak 2, missing the manual. Most of these were missing the manual, I remember this now. Then we've got Jak 3, also missing the manual, but it's pretty nice shape as well. Then we've got Jak X Combat Racing, which is funny because I just picked one up in the garage sale not too long ago, which was in the beginning of this video, which is cool. But that one is missing the manual. But now I have 3 cases for this game to choose from to pick the best one and then keep the game and then sell whatever is left. Then I also have a Metal Arms Glitch in the System, which I have a case and manual for because this one is incomplete, but I will make it complete, so that's cool. Then we've got an NBA Street. It's got a little bit of water damage to it, but it's not the end of the world. It also came with a bonus copy of San Andreas in it, disc only. But there's that game, and then the San Andreas I have a case and manual for, so that's pretty cool. So there's that. They just let me have that one because it was already in the case when I was going to buy it, so they said just keep it. They didn't charge me for that one as well, which would have been kind of stupid because that was how it was packaged. But anyway, we got NHL Hits 2003, which this one is complete, which is nice. And I've got an NHL Hits Pro, which is pretty cool, also complete. And I've got a Pac-Man World 2 Greatest Hits. It is incomplete, unfortunately, but it's still there, mainly, so that's cool. And we've got a Simpsons Road Rage Greatest Hits. That one is complete. And then last but not least, it's a no case cover art or anything, just the disc. And that is a Ty the Tasmanian Tiger Greatest Hits. So very, very cool. $2 a piece, I think, was the games, or something like that. It was averaged $2 and something, I think, a game. But they added the roundup at the end with, you know, the donation, so it was $40 with the controller. So not a bad deal at all. Definitely a bunch of cool stuff within this pickup video. So very, very cool. So alright guys, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, go ahead and subscribe and hit the little bell to see whenever I upload new videos. Hopefully I can get to them more often than I, have been slacking this, summer. But anyways, thank you guys a lot. And if you tell your friends and stuff about me, that's much appreciated. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much for coming and seeing every video that I have, and checking out all the cool stuff that I have to share with you guys. So it's definitely an awesome experience for all of us. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.